Now, this Darda, radiallahu ta'ala anha, the reports tell us she was also very beautiful. She was very beautiful and very knowledgeable. And she imparted a lot of ilm, by the way, of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Her husband Abu Darda was one of the greatest companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and also a source of ilm. And one day she turned to Allah in dua, in prayer, in supplication. SubhanAllah, this is Darda. You don't ask her why she did that. She knows why she did that, for her case, for herself. And she turned to Allah in dua and said, Ya Allah, my husband Abu Darda asked for my hand in this dunya from my parents, and they married me to him, and I married him. And then she said, Ya Allah, I ask you for his hand in Jannah. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illa hu. I ask you for his hand in Jannah. And then she went to her husband Abu Darda and she told him, I want to continue to be your wife in Jannah, in paradise. And then he said, Insha'Allah, God willing. Whoever dies first, if I die first, if I die first, he says to her, then he says, don't marry anyone after me. He was not being selfish. They knew each other, and he was perhaps speaking with an inner insight of his heart. And he knew what I don't know. And she made that dua to Allah Azza wa Jal. And then when he died first, radiallahu ta'ala anha, Abu Darda, you know Maghraoui ibn Abi Sufyan, the Khalifa of the Umayyin, came to ask for her hand. Radiallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha. It's like nowadays, there is nothing compared to that Khilafah at that time. This is like a Khalifa under whose authority was most of the known world at that time. And she says, no, I cannot marry you, for I will marry Abu Darda, insha'Allah, in Jannah. And she continued until she died. And by the way, before they married, there was something that is related by Ibrahim ibn Adham, rahimahullah ta'ala. And he was saying this to his other companion. Ibrahim ibn Adham was a scholar who is sharing this knowledge about Darda with another scholar who was his brother, his friend and brother in knowledge, brother in deen, brother in faith, true brother. And he tells him, this is what we learned from Darda, that when she got married to Abu Darda told her, this is beautiful piece of wisdom for family life. He told her, Ya Darda. He said to her what means, if you see me angry, ever angry, satisfy me. If you see me angry, satisfy me. If I see you angry, I will satisfy you. For if we don't do this, our relationship won't last. And then Ibrahim ibn Adham says to his companion, this is how friends and brothers must be. If I don't satisfy you when you're angry, and you don't satisfy me when I am angry, we will never continue to be friends. And those are the challenges of family life. So when your husband is angry, don't counter, be angry. I'm going to show you whose will supersedes here. I'm going to show you who is master of this home. I'm going to show you about your male chauvinism and wal-'iyadhu billah. There are people like that. Many of us are like that. And if he sees his wife angry, righteously so, rightly so, if they're rightly angry sometimes, that's human nature. As long as it doesn't go beyond moral bounds. then he will not respond. He will not challenge that. When I say, I'm going to show you, you get angry at me? Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the powerful Umar. Your women, I think I should be saying this to men, but the powerful Umar, Amirul Mu'mineen, the wise and the just, and the powerful man feared him from distance. One time a companion came to his house and he heard his wife somehow like raising her voice. And he didn't say a word and he just left. And then the companion sees him, what? You, Umar? People fear him, as I said. Men who are feared, fear him from distance. And a man of full ilm, and a man of full wisdom, yes. And he says, you allow your wife to do that to you? He says, yes, she's my wife, and she's the mother of my children. If I don't allow that from her, from whom shall I allow that? So he says to her, Abu Darda, if you see me angry, satisfy me. If I see you angry, I shall satisfy you. This way we'll live long. And they lived long, and at the end, she wouldn't want any husband in Jannah, in paradise. And look at her yaqeen. Look at Abu Darda's yaqeen, certainty of the life after death. She is sure, like 1 + 1 = 2, that will happen. And it is not theoretical, because after that she didn't want to marry anyone. Not just anyone. Muawiyah, the handsome Khalifa, the powerful Khalifa, comes and asks for her hand and says no. What yaqeen is this? Radiyallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha. And many more, but I'm going to give you one more example of ilm. Hafsa,